best road courses in the world. Let's go.
Having my kid in there for the races was fun, it was really exciting. We normally end up always going to his races, not mine anymore. So for him to sit in the stand and look at it and enjoy it and suffer like I normally do, it's good fun.
It's time to bring the action on one of the best road courses you'll find in the world.
Always wanted to be a driver. Didn't know how far I could make it or how far I would go. Always wanted to, push myself to do better and to beat everybody. Honestly, I think it was the drive to do better than anybody else around me. The biggest fear when you're young is not making it, and when you make it is keeping it.
We are racing on a road course in the NASCAR Cup Series playoffs. Let's go, here at the Glen. So the first stage will be 20 laps, 90 laps in total.
The strategy for me was survive at the beginning of the race.
Now they wrap. Christopher Bell out of the bus stop. Several other cars also involved. A lot of chaos. Just 5 laps into the race. Here we go.
I was really careful and patient and smooth at the beginning, and then I just said, the hell with it.
The legend is back. Juan Pablo Montoya running in the top 15.
I had good pit stops. I didn't do anything too stupid, so I was pretty happy. But I felt we still needed some work to do.
It looks like Montoya's driving with urgency now. He's pushing the pace and making up ground. 12th place now.
I never really hoped for much. Things don't happen out of thin air. Things happen from hard work and dedication. You need to focus on executing and doing your job.
Montoya into 8th place.
And everything else comes together.
Oh, Montoya looks to be slowing down coming into this corner. Hard to say, is this a car issue?
We were still going through the field. Something broke in the car.
We've got word on Montoya. He had a suspected puncture, and that's the reason it took him out, because he was on the lead lap. He was in the top 10 earlier. Yes, it is confirmed he had a flat, and that's what happened to JPM. You talk about the craziness of the Glen. It continues. Oh, everybody trying to root and gouge at everything they can get. Busher gets on the inside of SVG and says, hey, you pushed me around earlier. I'm going to give it back. Chris Busher wins at the Glen in the most spectacular style.
I felt we had maybe a 4 to 10 place car. I never thought I had a car to win until I looked at the data afterwards and everything. It looked like we definitely had the pace to win the race. And in hindsight, it's a little frustrating, but in generally, I was pretty happy. All the folks at Mobil 1 and 2311 were amazing to me, and I really enjoyed it. I really had a blast. When I went through, I'm like, they're all wrecking and they're right in front of me. I'm going, no, first lap or something.
Ginsburg, he missed the bus stop on the last lap.
No, when he was gonna come here.
He's the biggest critic I get. In the restarts, I was careful, and he's like, no. One thing is being careful, the other thing is driving like you drove. And it's kind of the comment I would tell him. So, fatherly and son love somehow.
Being a driver, honestly, is the only thing I've known. I always wanted to race, didn't know how far I could make it or how far I would go, but always wanted to be a driver. I'm just a guy that loves racing, and that's it. Wanted to be better than anybody else and kick their ass.